My personal perspective on Kuwait role among the GCC and the GCC summit among with ASEAN is that Kuwait is part from a coalition or part from a union. Whenever there's a country is a part of a bigger union or a bigger bloc, it always increases the chances and increases the power of that, let's say, that cooperation or union or a bloc. What does that increase? Is that does increase the bargaining power, increases negotiation power, and has the power to implement what they want. So having Kuwait as a member of the GCC just makes it even more stronger and gives it more power to implement what they want, or let's say what in the benefit of the GCC countries. Another factor is that whenever you're a part of a cooperation, what does happen to one of the member is that they supplement each other and they complement each other. Whenever a country is, let's say, has a weakened part in one of the, let's say, negotiation skills, the other countries picks it up. So they complement and complete each other. How the summit is going to enhance and contribute to the GCC countries' economies is that, first of all, before going into what is going to contribute, let's agree on one thing. The whole GCC countries all of them have almost the same or almost identical, let's say, economic environment. They have the same climate, the same culture, the same education, and the same economic resources. Therefore, they have almost a similar, let's say, similar characteristics. What they're going to contribute is that all of them are going to be unified to fight for similar, let's say, strategic goals. When they approach that the other bloc or the other union on the other side, is that they're going to fight for, let's say, similar aspects. When you fight for a similar aspect, the chances are higher to get them. Okay, what are we going to contribute and what we're going to have? We know that the Asian countries are, let's say, they have strong powers in the labor market, they have strong powers in different oil products, and they have as well the, let's say, the know-how. And we have one of their countries as Thailand and Singapore are advanced in, let's say, in different aspects of the economies, and they have successful stories. The GCC cooperation countries, they can transfer the knowledge from those countries to our countries. When the transfer of knowledge happens, this makes it easier and faster for the GCC countries to develop and reach economic sustainability at a, let's say, higher speed. Because in transferring knowledge, it just shrinks the time, let's say, it shrinks the learning curve time, which, as you know, that we're in a world that is moving fast and tackling things really fast. And time is a very important factor that we need to tackle. I think that the GCC countries are going to target this, and I'm sure there is, let's say, positive outcomes that's going to happen out of the summit. One more thing that I believe that the GCC countries are tackling currently is diversifying their risks and their economies and their dependency. We could see that ASEAN could replace China in some economic, let's say, fields or sectors, not all of them, which that increases, let's say, the power and reduces the risk on the GCC countries on having one single source that provides, let's say, provides that service. When that happens, it gives more security. So increasing diversification, this increases economic sustainability, because the source of, let's say, inflows comes from different sources. Whenever there is a glitch or there is, let's say, a downturn in one of the resources, you can depend to another resource, which continues the economic cycle. As we can remember from the supply chain, because most of the world depends on China on the supply chain, this have led to a dip in the, let's say, economic cycle. Continuous negotiation between both blocs is very important. As we know that in negotiations it's very important to have continuous relationship between different ends. And if this happens, it always brings benefit between both parties. Let's say the ASEAN and the GCC cooperation. If both of them continue those negotiations and find their strength that all of them have and negotiate it and, let's say, agree on certain terms on a bigger scale, on a global market, this bloc is going to be a very important bloc, and it has a strong negotiation power.